Hey guys, it's Graham. What's cracking? I am once again waiting for the defroster in my car to start to melt the quarter inch of ice off of every square inch of the outside surface because this is what winter storms do in Oklahoma City. So while we're here, why don't I talk to you about an artist that I know named Greg Newbold who does excellent work. Greg doesn't know this, and he's probably not watching this video, but I owe him an apology because I identified him incorrectly when I was on a podcast a couple of weeks ago. My buddy Brett invited me on to his Ironside podcast because he managed to set up an appointment with the one and only George Alexopoulos, who is like one of maybe two or three reasons why I'm still staying on Twitter, because I'm one of his few paid subscribers. I like supporting his work. He's a fantastic artist. I've been following his stuff for the last 5 years, and it's just great. But we got to talking about ways that artists can challenge themselves, and he brought up the fact that he practices in different media from time to time. He does a lot of work digitally, but he also challenged himself by practicing with paints and also trying out different styles. And that reminded me of Greg Newbold's work. The apology that I owe him is that I accidentally said Greg Olson, who is also a full-time painter and illustrator and also very talented and also from Utah. That's where I met Greg back when I lived there. But I talked about the books that Greg does with his wife, Amy. There's a trilogy of them, we'll say. They are picture books. Amy does the words, and of course, Greg provides the illustrations. The three of them are If Da Vinci Painted a Dinosaur, If Monet Painted a Monster, and If Picasso Painted a Snowman. The challenge here is that he came up with a list of different artists who might draw or paint the subject in question, and then he had to learn how to emulate their style while still kind of having his own signature flair to it. And if I was going to say that anything was particularly indicative of Greg's signature style, it would be his use of color theory. He is excellent with colors. I'll make sure to put a couple of pictures here on the screen for you. But in addition to like keeping his signature style, he figured out how to make a painting look like a Norman Rockwell or a Salvador Dali or any of the three eponymous artists in each of these titles. It isn't just that he's doing an entire book of Da Vinci-style dinosaurs or Impressionist Monet monsters. Like, each of these books has about a dozen different art styles represented in them, and they're just fantastic pieces of work. On top of that, Greg's a really cool guy. Several years ago, when I was posting progress shots from when I was working on the Sleepless Hollow cover, he jumped in and offered some suggestions and some feedback that ultimately worked to the benefit of the final product. You had said, hey, you're getting too busy here, or this doesn't come through there. The contrast is too sharp with these two elements, or not sharp enough elsewhere. And then he DM'd me. He's like, I hope it doesn't sound like I'm harping on you. And I was like, no, dude, bro, like not only are you doing this full time while I'm still trucking for a living, but like you're doing it way better than I am. Like, you're doing it professionally, and like I would love to be as good at color theory and all of the other elements of my craft as he is at his. So just wanted to give him a boost here on the channel and correct the goof that I made on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. Check the links in the description. I'm going to post affiliate links to the three different stylized books that he did with his wife. You can check those out there. They make really great conversation pieces, but they're just nice to have, and you know how I feel as well about just supporting great artists. So if you're unfamiliar with Greg Newbold's work, you can pick up one of these and check it out from there. So short video. It's been a few days since I posted one, but yeah, I'm going to try to get out and chisel this ice off my car so I can go home. Y'all drive safe. See you out there.